Women, despite being surrounded by opulence, grapple with an unexpected struggle: loneliness. In a land where love stories are meant to bloom amidst success, many find themselves yearning for connection. What's more puzzling? The men, instead of embracing this affluence, are leaving, searching for something beyond the borders of this gilded cage. Qatar, a country thriving economically but unraveling socially. By the end of this journey, you'll understand the stark contrast between external wealth and internal fulfillment. Could the world's obsession with material success come at the cost of deeper human connections? For Qatari women, this environment of progress and prosperity has brought remarkable opportunities. Education, in particular, has been a cornerstone of the nation's modernization efforts. Qatar has invested heavily in institutions such as Education City, which hosts branches of world-renowned universities. Women make up a significant portion of the student population, excelling in fields such as medicine, law, and engineering. Many Qatari women are now leaders in their fields, breaking barriers and challenging stereotypes. They are doctors, entrepreneurs, diplomats, and innovators. The nation celebrates their achievements, positioning them as symbols of progress and modernity.
All right, that's the first clip, man. What are some of the things y'all noticed that's similar in the Western culture that's going on over there?
Well, the first thought that came to mind was that they're probably excelling better in STEM than we could ever attempt to try. So it seems like there's a higher focus on that, which is similar to the Western world. It's just that we fail at it. So that's the first thing I noticed, is that the STEM is what their areas of focus are.
I would say just the fact that the women are being progressive. I think that for it to be Qatar, the women are being, progressive like we are here in the Western world.
Yeah, I think Aisha's on the right path. It looks like they're gonna start dealing with some of our problems, similar to that's pretty much what destroyed the family fabric, was when the ladies decided to do the same things men are doing and less focus on a home, more focus on career, and the family structure fell apart. So that's probably what they're going to be looking at in the next couple of years.
But if it's something that they're pushing that's part of the culture, then like why wouldn't they prevent that from happening? Why is it? I'm just wondering, why is it accepted if it's going to pose a problem in the long run?
I don't think that the general public foresees it as a direct connection, or like, I don't think they see that it's going to be that type of an issue. But which is strange, but I really don't think so. And I get it. I do understand that women should be able to do most things that men can do. However, the situation is, when you who's going to watch the house, though? Who's going to look over the house? Who's going to make sure that the house is a home? Who's going to do that? So to me, in a lot of situations, especially when you want to excel, if you're working, that's one thing. But when you decide that, you're going to excel as your career, then there are certain sacrifices. When men do those sacrifices, a lot of women are expected to understand, okay, well, I'm not going to be home as much, but, I'm providing for the family. The problem is, once the ladies decide to do that, then the consequences are dire. So that's what I think they're facing.
Okay. Go ahead, McPherson. What are your thoughts about what you heard thus far?
I did hear something that stood out to me, but it didn't have any clarity, was that the men were leaving. They were going abroad, or they was going elsewhere. But I couldn't quite grasp why, because I'm trying to draw the conclusion between why there aren't any men for these women. It says they're leaving to go somewhere else. Is they going to somewhere? I guess they're going to Qatar for work. Are they leaving, like, where they at to go somewhere else for economic reasons, maybe? And that's why the women are left without a mate. I think that's a reasonable thing. If you know what I'm saying, you got to go, get on your purpose and create a life for yourself. But then I guess you start seeing you start seeing women in that area, I guess in Qatar, that's doing pretty much the same thing you're doing, and then there's probably like a disconnect between, okay, who's going to take a step back from their career and their purpose, and who's going to continue. So is that why y'all are saying they faced with the same dilemma we had? Is that why y'all were saying they're facing the same dilemma as us, because they're leaving to go to Qatar to work, and the females that's there working. The issue is who's going to take the back seat, who's going to take the driver's seat as far as relationship dynamics when it comes to pursuing a job, career, purpose. Is that
I'm
what y'all?
wondering,
Is that what
I'm
y'all?
wondering if it's a Rosie the Riveter situation, but just in different fields. Like, because that's what happened here, right?
Hold on, say that again, Ali.
I'm wondering if it's a Rosie, because I'm not familiar with the country's economics or anything. I'm wondering if it's a Rosie the Riveter situation, which is what happened here, but just in different fields. Kind of like how I said, I pointed out it's in STEM. Is there something like, you're saying the men are leaving? Is there something happening with the economy that's forcing these women to like fill these roles that are being left?
Well, those women look like, from my experience, from what I've seen in my life, those women don't look like they typically work careers. Those women look like they're stay-at-home wives or something. I never seen those type of women, in that culture working like that next to men. You get what I'm saying? So maybe the reason why they're working is because maybe they have to survive.
Okay. Let me get a mirror in there. Mirror, what are your thoughts so far on that little introduction video?
I've never been to Qatar, but I know that our culture in general, the issue that we normally face is the culture being too strict, and that's where we have problems. Example, we're not allowed to be in public and show affection. A lot of times, a lot of men are finding it hard to find women because it's hard to interact with them. They don't see them in school. They don't see them when they go to the mall. They don't see them at the movies, because when you go to the movies, there's women's section, men's section, family section. When you go to eat, it's men's section, women's section, family section. There is no mingling. So a lot of Arab men find it hard to get to know a girl. If they want to marry her, the only way to really get to know a girl is to go through the family and to have the families meet one another. So, and as for education, education has never been an issue in the Middle East for us. I believe that one of the first universities was in the Middle East. One of the first universities was in the Middle East. We've never had an issue about women not being able to be educated. Women have had businesses, education, have been doctors for a very long time in the Middle East, because we need them. We need women doctors because women are not allowed to be seen by male doctors. So there's a need for women to be in these careers. So education is not the issue. I don't know what they're going to say, why the Qatari men are leaving. So I'm interested to know why the Qatari men are leaving. But our main issue is our culture, our strictness, the unwavering, unbending culture that's too strict.